I don't have an O. I have a D.
Okay. So it says it's good. Now, can you watch it and comment?
Let me look.
Ah.
Subscriptions.
Your phone took a dive.
Is it off? Oh.
Which one's the charger?
That one that's right there. Not
one?
that one, the other one.
That one?
It's on a short thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Hello.
Hello, Moto.
Okay, so
Where'd you?
see now it's got the chat.
Oh, okay.
Got it fixed.
Yay!
All right.
Yay!
We'll
it's
figure this
working.
out one day.
One of these days.
There. Nels, we're
Moisture detection.
is that what it was?
Yeah, that's why it shut down.
Oh. Is it charging still?
It will once it decides to dry out.
It is kind of moist in here.
Moist.
We're hanging in there. Things are starting to get real.
Well, around here, yeah. It's
We're not social distancing right now. Oops.
6 feet, James. Where's the tape measure? 6 feet.
I don't think I'll be on the.
I don't know that we can. Honestly.
I'm in my PJs still.
Well, it was kind of a hectic morning.
Yeah. I don't like getting woke up. Honey, gotta get out of bed. The horses are out. No.
Great. Great.
I only stayed up till 1 o'clock last night playing online with you too.
Yeah, I know.
It just doesn't get any easier.
You got a magnet?
A magnet?
Yeah, we got a magnet?
I broke it. I threw it away. It's gone.
Magnet right there.
For yeah. This is nice having a metal workbench now. I think I'm gonna paint it blue. Ford blue, golf cover blue.
Oh yeah, see? It's on.
Okay.
Everything is working. James Forrest. What's up for Virginia? Or from Virginia? James, how are you doing?
Well, Kyle, it's nice having you back.
Yeah, well, you know, when I get a frantic phone call at 7:15 this morning. Hey.
Well, I saw you yesterday too. It was a treat.
Alexander.
I'm gonna bump the heat up just a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
You're
freezing.
such a sissy, Lala.
I'm freezing. Turn up. Is that loud or?
I don't know. We have no volume.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's way over there.
A phone throws a pretty good picture.
It does.
Not gonna lie.
At least yours doesn't sit there and pulse.
Yeah.
Like mine does. How is the Bronco? She's dry.
Which is a plus.
Yeah. She just sits in here.
It looks good. Sitting in there.
There is a video that I've got filmed.
Not edited.
Not edited because it's just been a little hectic lately. But the exhaust is done. The cherry bombs are on the Bronco, and the new Warren hubs are in the Bronco.
Oh, you got the more expensive Warren hubs, right?
Yeah, come take a look. Well, that side didn't get
I was
done
gonna
yet.
say you haven't done this side.
This side though. I know. I'm at. See how this does?
So I don't know how to fix that.
New hub housing. It's just an older,
that's- That sucks.
I gotta put new hub housings in it.
That sucks.
So that's, I mean, they'll see that in the video.
James, in-home lockdown. Oh, man.
Oh,
I'm sorry. We're quarantined too.
yeah, if you want to call that.
Hey, yeah. I mean, we're still working. Like, it's kind of like being in prison, but on a work release program where we get to leave.
Yeah, I'm essential. You're essential.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, Richmond and Virginia Beach. Nice.
Things are getting strange around here. Going to the busiest part of Bend yesterday, and Ghost Town.
Yeah.
Kind of started to like open my eyes a little bit.
How many of these you got?
Just that one.
Yeah.
You can get them at Home Depot.
I know.
I need to actually get a new
Yeah.
one of these.
Mine blew up. I let it freeze the other night.
Oh, nice.
Went out there and it's all.
I need a better nozzle.
Well, I need something with distance.
Yeah.
So I can get that back corner without walking out there.
You don't have to water right now.
Well, not obviously not right now, but still.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a new GoPro this year. Just, I like the 4, but I was thinking about just the stabilization.
I have not seen your Bronco build.
Huh? Nope.
Robert Bronco. I have not seen it. Did it come in an email? Because I am way behind on those.
Yeah. Is he talking about a ride?
I'm not sure.
We've got a lot of those to do and catch up.
I love my 79 Bronco, and I love your Bronco too.
Yeah. I love it so much I won't even drive this sucker. It just sits in here. I gotta get it
Oh,
this year.
yep. Bigfoot and micro penis, and now unfortunately no coronavirus. All we need is a little bit of Lyme disease, and we'll be doing all right.
2020 has really given everybody a big FU.
Yeah.
It really has this year.
Come back here. Where's your expedition?
It is sold.
Yep,
It is gone.
It went upstate, didn't it?
Yeah, I went to Washington.
Yep.
That's up by Seattle somewhere. Yeah, I put a video up. We might advertise that one. We did a whole goodbye video on.
Hey, what's this we shit?
I did. Did I say I or we?
We said we.
I think you were in that one, weren't you?
No. Robert sent emails.
I seen him.
Pictures. He's doing an IDI build to his.
Yeah, I
Bronco.
think I seen him. It's been a while. Well, things probably will slow down here in the next couple weeks. Kyle and I could probably sit down and catch up on some rides.
Yeah. Dude, work is.
They're gonna probably shut construction down. So
I mean, we'll see what happens. Just tap it. How is the painted truck doing? The painted truck is actually just sitting. I've been driving the Danger Ranger for a while. So when we didn't have much of a winter here, but on the one day that I decided to use it, I haven't changed or bought that clip to replace inside of the hub yet. And it needs to have the whole front end gone through. I think we'll just end up spending the money doing all the bushings and all of the stuff in that front end.
right.
And do wheel bearings.
Solid axles. What?
That maybe later on down the road.
I want to do it so bad.
I know you do, but it's right now. It's not in the cards to do that.
I know.
So it's just parked.
Mine.
There was something about the every time I took a left-hand corner, the passenger wheel was sitting there slapping outside.
Heads you went, tails I went. God damn it. Okay. What were you doing with the bushings and all that stuff?
Alright. I don't drive mine, but about 25 miles a year. I keep it all to myself. After I've seen that episode, I've been wanting to do the same thing with my 98 Expedition. A little too late to the party. We are never late. We show up fashionably on time to the quarantine parties.
What? How are we late?
Oh hell, who knows this early? I don't even know how many people are watching this.
You're gonna have to flip the phone.
Your phone sucks. 11.
Wow. It's actually pretty good. And you said it was. Dude.
Hey,
It's the best one I've seen so far.
well, I guess East Coast
Yeah.
quarantine.
Everybody's at home doing nothing. So they're gonna turn on the the YouTube.
The boob tubes. Oh man.
No, it was so random that I went from not working to just being really super busy last week. I didn't even have to, I mean, I've got 2 episodes I can edit up, but
I had Harlem Sharp roller rockers built for my idea. Nice. Very nice. Who's doing the F-150? That would be me. I've got the oil cooler sitting at the house. I've just been busy and lazy. Honestly.
Potentially could be moving closer. We'll see.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, actually.
It'd be all right.
Being a block away from each other.
Yeah, again.
We'll see what happens.
At least it looks pretty sitting there. And it looks good. The paint actually buffed out way better than I thought it was going to.
It's amazing when you get bored. Oh, and did you see I took Mother's polish to the mirror? Look at this mirror.
Wow, you can really see your reflection.
Yeah. And then I took it along the...
Yeah, just try to stay off the black as much as possible.
I come out here.
It comes out quite well.
Yeah, it's... I need this piece, guys. I can't find her. This shell. This shell right here. If you guys have one for a decent price with no dents, email us and we'll
No dance, no dings.
I cannot find one on the West Coast. I've been looking for a year now.
What do you wear to the party? Well, it's an ABC party, so it's anything but clothes. I don't know what we'd wear to the quarantine party. Probably a hazmat suit. I'd like to see how you did your exhaust. That cross member is a tough one.
On what?
I'm assuming you're talking about the Bronco.
So guys, the way this exhaust is ran, it's really stupid, and it's gonna get changed.
It's out of frame.
Yeah. So
That's right, I forgot.
from the engine right here, it goes out of frame and then down both sides.
And then tucks back into frame.
No, it goes up and over the axle, outside of frame.
That's right.
Between the rear tire and the frame,
Yeah.
the exhaust goes up and over, and then it dumps down and then goes out the back. It is retarded. But you don't really see the pipes except for when you're looking through the wheel well. And it's only 2-inch exhaust, so when the 429 goes in here, I want 3-inch.
It's manageable.
And I hate exhaust. I hate it with a passion.
James.
So I'm gonna spend the $800 that I spent on
I didn't know
the
you put your cans up there.
Yeah.
Did you leave them full?
No, I drank them.
Well, of course you did.
Well, we don't let the beer go bad. So
Full cans?
apparently there was a 4th can. There was a blue one that had the horns on it too.
Yeah. You never found
I
that?
never found the blue one,
None.
but I found those.
I didn't.
That was a good season.
It was a good season.
I drank a lot of beer to find those 3 cans.
Knock the shit out of them
Yeah.
colored cans.
Yeah. Found the orange one, the silver one, the gold one.
Alright, so will you do another Expedition engine swap?
No.
Probably not an Expedition. A motor swap? Yes. Like, we might convert something gas to diesel again.
And if the excursion stays long term, that's probably
That's going to be its fate.
it's gonna be its fate.
Because
I like the V10. It's got a god amount of horsepower and torque. It sounds good, but 7.25 miles to the gallon
it's
is
crap. But it's crap.
It's not. Even with gas being low right now, it's still expensive to drive that thing.
Oh, when are we putting the transmission back in the $200 truck? I don't know.
I get to it.
Yeah, it's one of those that I'm not worried about it just sitting.
Right.
It's in a safe place right now.
I'm hydrating from last night. I drank too many.
Ah. Couldn't have been us playing Grand Theft Auto until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was.
We don't do that very often.
No, I was putting him down pretty good last
I
night.
haven't played that in quite a while. I have a 77 250 working on the Bronco right now, and all stainless brake lines. Why 429 just go to a 460?
What came, so when I bought the engine, it was in the episode, it came with a 429 crank already. It was a good crank. It came with the rods and the pistons that are all 429. So instead of having to buy all that stuff, it's already been machined, it's ready to go. The only reason it went to the crank went to the machine shop is there was a little bit of surface rust after the machining done, so I went and had them clean that off. But other than that, it's checked out, everything's ordered, and just 429s can put out some.
Yeah.
That's what I had with Barney, and it was.
I would like to get a hold of a 428 and stay in that FE era, but those are hard to come by. I don't see very many of them. Or go the route of picking up, what are the 461s or 462s out of like the old Continentals or something like that. But you never see those, that rarity.
Right.
Like that 352 that you and I had there in Bend.
Yep.
I mean,
it was rare.
Yeah, you just never see that stuff. Thanks. I've been thinking lakeside pipes on my Bronco, like the old 60s Corvettes. I dig stuff like that. What's the gas price there? I paid $2.45 this morning, and a lot of that is tax.
Yeah, we get really.
We get kind of boned on taxes here. Cody, you guys ever do meet and greets? I mean, right now, no, we can't, but I don't see why we wouldn't. I mean, if we ever found, a good location and something to do, you guys should look at a Cat DeBoss garage. Just one. Just did one, it's cool. Yeah, I'll have to check out DeBoss. I've heard of it, I've never watched it.
I've watched him a long time ago.
DeBoss.
Yeah, he hates Juan Fords too much.
Oh. I purchased my 77 and had a 429, but dumped it for the 460. Yeah, I mean, the 460 is a good motor.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah.
I've got a 460.
Right.
One back in the corner right there.
Well, I mean, the novelty of somebody coming up and being like, "Oh, you got a big block. It's 460, isn't it?" Actually, no. It's
a 429.
It's a 429
with.
What has it got?
Dove heads.
Dove heads.
Yep.
Doesn't have Cobra Jet heads.
Brand new Dove heads.
Yes.
Not brand new, remanufactured.
I mean,
Rebuilt.
I'd like to have something like that where, you could put, have somebody airbrush Cobra Jet on the side of it or something with that, that more recognizable name. Because everybody looks at a 460 and goes, yep, it's 460.
Right.
But you tell somebody that you got a 429 Cobra Jet or even one of the really rare Super Cobra Jets or whatever. And they
Super
look at
Thunder Jet.
Yeah.
I think they actually made it.
It's like Gran Torino.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of it comes down to novelty. That's where I see it.
Preference.
I
just can't get warm today.
179 in Missouri. $1.79.
Really? Somewhere in the country is 99 cents.
$1.79. I think Kentucky is where I seen it was $1 a gallon. Speedometer not working on my 94 inline 6. Already changed the VVS. That's the.
Is that the sensor on the diff?
Is that the sensor on the diff?
You'd have to tango it out with the $200 truck because it didn't have that.
Yeah, but that's wiring. I know what the problem is there.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, the wiring that runs up from it,
Yeah.
it's shot. It just needs 2 wires replaced all the way back, like what we did with the Expedition
Gotcha.
to make that go. Yes, it is. So the VSS sensor is the speed sensor. Yeah, I would check wiring. The only other thing that it could be, and that's kind of a shit thing, is if it went out, if your cluster went.
Yeah.
But if the cluster goes, the odometer doesn't work. It won't light up.
I don't know. I've never.
Right. I think those are the symptoms. I can't remember 100%, but I think the last time I talked to somebody about it was that's the first thing to check. Then check the wiring, and then if all else fails, you check the wiring on the back of the cluster, because if
The plastic gets brittle and then it starts not making a connection back there. There's a lot.
it's like the stuff from the 70s.
Oh, this cluster don't even work.
Well, you remember all the clusters where you could lay them down and just barely touch them and they fall apart? That had light on them their entire life.
Yep.
What? What did you
I
want
thought,
to do?
I thought you were gonna stand it up.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it can if you don't want to watch it that way. It's not a big deal. If that works out better. Does that work out better for you? Can you read that better? I'm doing this all out of preference for you.
Okay, well, one half dozen the other. I like that mother's mag aluminum.
Duh.
It's so good.
That's what I polish up all of the Alcoas and stuff that we run across, that we have. That's what it gets.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes that better is that drill polish ball. I really want to throw a turbo on my 94. I just don't see many people doing mods to a 300. Take it away, James!
I don't know. I think it would hold up to a little bit of boost.
I don't know what they... Well, so if they're anything like the 4-liter inline 6s that are in the Jeeps, I've seen them stroked and boosted, and they're stroked out to a 4.7 liter.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys are only running somewhere between 3 to 8 pounds of boost in that. But that, I mean, that's quite a bit.
Yeah. I've also seen, you got such a long crank, you put too much to them, they start to crack.
Somebody wants you to start this.
Oh, what, really? Start that up so we can hear it. Alright, I'll turn that.
I mean, I've got a good speaker on here, so.
Okay. Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
can do that.
you want to open the garage door?
Well, I'm just gonna do a little.
Oh, please.
I'll turn the heater off, so. I'm going to prime it first so it doesn't dry start. We do have, it's been sitting here for a few days without getting started, so I'm gonna crank it over and just kind of prime it.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh. That should be a good prime.
Yeah, that ought to work.
Initial fire on 2 pumps.
That sounds so much better.
Right?
So much better.
It's gotta, we gotta burn the mufflers out still. You gotta break those in.
You plan on doing a frame off on the Bronco? No.
Not at the moment. If I end up getting a shop and a 2-post lift, probably.
Yep.
Probably pop the frame out and clean it up and paint it up.
It was only the Broncos that did that.
What?
That little.
That?
Yep.
No, 78 and 79 hoods.
Okay.
They also added these cuts
Okay. For crumple zones.
for crumple zones.
Yeah.
And these
Well, I was
two.
gonna say everyone I've had has never.
So you
I've
got-
never had a 78 or a 79,
So
but
this right here,
that.
I'm gonna turn the heat back on.
Yeah. Go on front.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Boo Boo. There you go.
Maybe.
Yeah. No. Thank you.
She started up clean. I don't even smell rich in here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, well, it's a lot better than what it was before when it was sitting outside and it just happened to fill up with gas.
Yeah.
Can't figure out why the hell the oil level was dumping out of the dipstick.
Right. Here's our
3,000.
3,000 what?
For this? No. That's
Yeah, but I've got this motor pretty dialed in.
yeah.
I mean, it's running pretty good. The carb's crap. I've got to take it apart and rebuild it before we put it in the step side. But this engine's going to run the step side really nice.
Get an Edelbrock just for ease. I like the Hollies.
I have Edelbrock on the shelf back there, but
I like the Hollies. Don't get me wrong. But whoever designed that stupid ass spring and the little
I think the accelerator pumps.
That's-
this
well,
one.
why? Do you have a hesitation when you push the throttle?
Yeah.
It's not the accelerator pump. It's a stupid spring. That's what I have.
This carburetor, that's the carburetor that was on Boat Shop. That came off that 305.
Oh my God.
That's, yeah.
Please don't go back through the videos and.
We don't have it.
I know. I know.
That
Good Lord.
got 15 people in here.
It's sitting in pieces. I have the transmission back there.
Yeah, I got it done.
The
Go
thing-
me.
Yeah, up top.
Oh, shh.
Gross. Okay. God. Oh Lord.
We're laughing at ourselves.
I know. That's pretty bad. No, the $200 truck is just sitting. It's sitting outside. I still haven't even put a battery in it and rolled the window up.
We got the tarp over there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I had a tarp over the door. My neighbors probably just love me.
Yeah.
If weather was better, I would be at home right now having everything put in that little shack thing that I built.
I haven't even seen that yet. You got pictures? Oh, yeah, it's on your phone.
Yep, sure do. 300 or best left. Oh, 300 is best left alone. You start screwing with them, they go downhill. Yeah.
Yours is a. It's always had a dead cylinder, I think, since.
I think it's got a partially burnt valve is what the problem is. Because every once in a while, that thing will, like, you can feel it pick up.
Huh.
Like it's finally made its seat where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Or like my spring's bad, and so the valve sticks up, so you have compression loss.
Because this one had the cracked valve.
Yes.
Man, this thing was a dog. It's a
Yeah.
dog now.
Well, I'm still getting 14 miles to the gallon in the inline six truck, which was not any better than that 6.0 Chevy that I
Right.
had. Just should have kept. That was not a bad pickup. 110,000 miles on a 99.
Yeah.
But
Do you still work with that kid?
he's in Djibouti, Africa. He's in the military.
Gotcha.
We just sent him a big old care package. Put a little rubber wiener in there.
Yeah.
I had a face and a butt. That was pretty funny. 3,000. Oh, there's a misprint. Oh, good. What lift is under the OBS? Worked on with, what is it?
You looked it up. Yeah, dogs.
Is it a super lift? No.
No.
I don't remember what company it was. It was one of those, like, if you looked up this lift kit they produced, it was like a lift.
Rough country?
Yeah, rough country.
That's right.
It was a rough country,
And you had-
6-inch lift.
And they really got you on that one part.
$285 just for the arm. No, and it come with no bushings.
No bolts.
It come with no bolts. It was just the arm. And they didn't even send me a sticker. They didn't even spit on it, nothing.
I think I put a super lift under here, didn't I?
Yes. Because we did the bucket drops, the drop brackets.
Yeah, super lift.
Yep.
Which I'm not a big fan of super lift, but that was the only kit I could find.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy a kit. I wanted a skyjacker. That was what I put underneath my first Bronco. They don't.
Nice.
I called them. They don't make that kit anymore for these. You gotta piece it together. By the time you're done piecing it together online, 15.
Yeah.
Where I paid what, $5 for this one? 5 or 6.
6.
for
Yeah.
This one, and it wasn't perfect, but it got the job done.
Except for in the acid.
Somebody already messed with the leaves in the back. That's why.
Yep, it was one of those deals. Did it with the Wild Horse Lift. Wild Horses Lift. I've never heard of that company.
I have.
But I've never had to lift anything with
What was the
coils.
company that we got the lift kit for the Expedition? That was not super.
Supreme Lift.
Supreme Suspension.
Supreme Suspension, yeah. But that was just pucks and keys.
Pucks and keys. It was cheap though.
It's kind of a pain in the ass. They get in the rear set. Because you did that with your wife.
Yeah. We had to step down the axle to. If I were to have to relift that again, it would have been just a 2-inch, not a.
I think 2-inch you would have been unhappy with the
The
tire
ride-
size.
Yeah, the 32s will fit underneath the 2-inch though. They would have fit. It just would have been a little bit more tough.
Can I help you? What's up? Hi.
Did you see I installed a fire extinguisher? Because our buddy over there at Hodgepodge Dodge Garage almost burnt a truck down.
I
And
haven't been keeping up with
So,
those videos.
guys, if you're watching this video right now, go after you get done with this live stream. Hodgepodge Dodge Garage, Zane over there, he needs some subscribers, so hit that subscribe for him. And go watch it's either last couple videos, he brought home a new dump truck with the Chevy 350 in it.
Okay, I did see
And the
that.
fuel line it didn't have a clamp on it. It slid off when he fired it, and fuel went down onto the manifold and ignited, and it just whoosh. We're talking good flames too. And he had 2 fire extinguishers right there, you know.
Oh.
So I went out and I bought 2.
Keep talking. You put one in the boat too?
Well, we've got 2 in the boat, but so now I've got a fire extinguisher right there on the end of the workbench, and I also put one in the house. So thank you, Zane, for catching our truck on fire and kind of making us all aware that we should have fire extinguishers in our shops. And more especially, I was welding the exhaust on here, and I was like, yeah, I should probably run over. I just watched that video that morning. I'm like, I'm gonna go run over and get a fire extinguisher or 2. Just, you know, welding in here could catch the whole dang house on fire. Okay, where were we at? Comments here. Let's see. Truck, grill shell. That was what I had to do. Yeah, I refused LMC for these grills as well. Kyle and I have looked at 3 parts trucks, and you know, in the pictures, and everybody's, oh yeah, they're great. And you get out there, and they're always like creased on this corner, creased on that corner, or something ain't right about them. But I have been looking. Also did the doubler. So I told him, never seen. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna find this grill shell. This shell for this grill is not gonna be. It's not easy. It's been a year, year in the making. I've been looking for one. I had a buddy buy the LMC shell, and the bolt holes didn't line up. This had, between the fender and the shell had a weird gap, and it seemed like the headlights didn't fit in. It was just a mess. And then the finish didn't look right either. Just stumbled to Hodgepodge Dodge. Oh, just subbed. I have bad eyesight. Yes, thank you. Yeah, he's got some great content. He doesn't got any Fords over there, but he does have some Chevys. He's got a Jeep he's working on. He's got an old crew cab Dodge pickup. Eventually he's going to have a Cummins. He's got multiple Cummins engines going into old Dodge pickups over there. He needs to stop bringing home so many dang projects so that he can get working on some of the older projects. He's like me and Kyle. I have no room to talk. I can't wait to get working on the step side soon. Night Ripper, how's the Excursion? The Excursion's doing great. She has a drinking problem. She's big and she has a drinking problem. We were just talking about that a little bit ago. Somebody asked if we were ever going to do another diesel swap. That could be a candidate down the road because I like the V10. I like the torque. I like the power. I like the sound. But 17, 18, 19 miles a gallon would be a lot better than 7.5, 7.25. Dave Murphy, 500. Quality on the grills are not up to par. Better wait for a good used one. That's kind of where I'm at. I was almost thinking about robbing the one off the step side, but I'm not going to do that because it's actually got a couple of dings in it as well.
What?
Oh, we're talking about these shells.
Oh.
The step side actually is perfect, except there's like a dent right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you want your spot back?
Yep. Yeah, I'm away.
I'm going to go take a squirt real quick.
Okie dokie. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
How long have we been doing this?
Don't even know. The older ones, they're okay, in my opinion, as far as price goes. Plus, I think whenever they started it, you could still get a steel body. But I've seen a few like breaking point videos, and they pump quite a bit of horsepower to them, and they take it. I mean, you're still looking in the $20,000-$30,000 range for the older ones. What's a reasonable price for a 6.7, the older ones?
6,
Power
7.
strokes.
I've seen them as low in the teens.
Yeah, I mean, most of them I see at like 20, 30.
I've seen a couple, almost pushing 200,000 miles you can get in the mid-teens. Crew cabs.
Say hi to Emma. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Emma. Are they watching inside? So, yeah, I am not a big 6.7 fan. You have one problem with that fuel injection system.
Yeah, I know.
Take out another vehicle loan to fix it.
I know. But I've also seen them to where they have pumped a ton of horsepower to these, and they'll hold it on stock internals, stock studs, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
An engine only is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like
I'm really falling in love with the 6-liter problems. Once I get it dialed in, I'm gonna really like that truck.
You are a 6-liter problem.
Yeah. I'm digging it.
Hey, the 6-liter, yes. Like you're
Whatever you do, never buy a 6.4. Just don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Don't even touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Nope.
People want ridiculously amount of money, and those trucks should be cheaper than the 6.0s.
I agree.
They're just cheap.
garbage.
Most powerful little stock engine though I've ever driven though was a 6.4.
Yeah.
With that
The
bi-turbo.
bi-turbos, yeah.
I test drove that one Power Stroke and I'm like, geez, this thing's like a rocket.
Night Ripper says, never thought I'd be a 6.0 or be in the 6.0 family, but I am.
I like them.
We went back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm a huge 7.3 fan. Like that 7.3 Power Stroke. I mean, all the way from 96 when they got into the OBD2 and like everything was getting bumped up all the way to 03.
Yeah.
Good motor. It was a good powerhouse.
Way
it was
underpowered.
It was a workhorse. That's all it was for.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have a ton of horsepower to pull down a building. But
Chipped up, they ran okay.
yeah,
Mine did.
what 175 horse?
Yeah, I could throw.
Isn't that
Buck-
what the top was?
I
on
think
that?
so. $1.50 or $1.75
Yeah.
on top of stock. But the
You
torque-
dumped out a lot of fuel
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah. The only reason the motor was solid in that truck, but it had a lot of maintenance problems.
6.0 should be cheap. I agree, they should be.
I didn't pay 6-liter price.
No.
I did pay 6-liter price for mine. I did really good on my truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. And it's a manual. It's got all the options.
Yep.
Wasn't a big fan of the dually at first, but it's kind of growing on me.
But would a 7.3 be much different from a V10? Fuel economy wise? Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna
It's
be
about double.
if you find a 7.3 with a manual, you'll actually get about 5 mpgs on the highway better than an automatic.
Yeah.
What's up, bud?
Courtney needs the water bottle.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, yeah. But 6 liters get phenomenal. I mean, with my manual, I'm getting phenomenal fuel.
Yeah, what do you get? 18?
When I'm on the
In town?
highway, I can get up to 22. I've
Yeah,
seen.
you're about 17
17, 16 and a half, 17 in town.
in town. Which, I mean, that's not bad.
I don't know what the automatics get.
Justin Anderson has made 500 horse in a 7.3 IDI. I believe it.
I believe it.
It.
I don't know how much I'd want to torture test that.
Right.
The bottom ends were weak on those.
Well,
And
and
there's not too much
money.
Yeah.
Money wise, line sizes upgraded the rotary pump
Yeah.
that's there. You know, bigger fuel lines coming out. So you're going to be into it to get 500 horse out of those. Hell, your injector is going to be as big as my pinky.
Yeah.
And I mean,
They don't make very many aftermarket parts for those. I mean, they.
Well, I
there
mean,
are
hey,
companies.
Well, yeah, Banks.
Not my favorite. motor.
Everybody. Oh, I got Banks Turbo.
IDI. It was fun working on the
That
couple.
94.
Yeah, we had that one on. We've got videos of it.
Yeah, but the 94 that we had was a factory turbo IDI.
That one had a lot of low end torque.
And
it was fun to play
well,
with.
and it was a big difference between the NA IDI, that 7.3, and that 85
Yeah.
in the blue truck.
Which was a 90 motor, I think.
Yeah, it was a later motor that was in there that you ripped the grill out of down there, but yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, Uncle Kyle's gonna be pissed.
That was funny. I was backing up. I'm like, what is that?
No. Especially now, since you can't do anything to these DEF trucks. Well, I mean, you can do the DEF deletes and the EGR and all of this stuff, but if you live somewhere where you have to DEQ your stuff, I mean, you can't. Over here, we can.
Yeah.
We can delete it all day long. They don't care what we registered. As long as it's not a K car from Japan, God forbid. Good Lord. I'll tell you, that is one of the most ridiculous things in the world. But I found out why. Those K cars, like the Suzuki Cappuccino that Nick and I had, it weighs less than a smart car. And it's from the early 90s, so side impact, you might as well just die.
Yeah.
Front impact, you might as well just die.
They're not safe.
No, you know the rock that hit your work van the
Yeah.
other day? Scared the
Yeah.
shit out of you?
Yeah.
That would have told one of those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very thin.
coughing and stuff? You got a mask on?
Got it. No. R&D IDI Performance. Never heard of them.
No, I've never really played with the ID.
Yeah.
I just bought them. They were broken. We got them running and sent them down the road.
Yep. My 8769 is still going. Did nothing but service. Goes like new. Dually 4x4 to 4 speed. I am happy. I'm happy.
You're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. That's Connie Quincy. Just makes all kinds of custom parts. See that, but like once you get into custom built parts, that's where they're gonna cost.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the guy is manufacturing cost is low and he's shipping a ton of stuff out, then you can knock it down to reasonable. But when you start custom building stuff, like for you and I to build motor mounts for a vehicle, I mean, we could do it, we could clean it up, and then get all of the stuff, put it on a CNC machine, cut it all out, weld it.
Yeah.
The initial cost of that, though, yeah, it might cost us a couple $100 of material and, you know, the use of a CNC machine and get everything done. But if we were shipping them out, we would have to recoup that cost in the beginning and then try to shrink down the margin of profit there
Yeah.
to even make them worth.
Yeah. I've got a
Sending
pretty
out
good
to
design for the Heritage.
Yeah.
The ones that I've came up with.
Yep.
But I'd want to even make them better.
Yeah.
Then there's no market for it. You know, there's not very many people doing Heritage 4BT Cummins swaps.
How do you guys chip them with the def delete? Wait, don't say anything. Oh. They're death traps, but they're so cute. Yeah, they are. Problem is that the EPA has really come down hard on anyone that tries to make those def delete kits. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the people who make the def delete kits, they know that these are the def is the death of a motor.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, so at my shop, my old truck has a C9 catted, and the guy's like, "Oh, you could idle that thing all day, and it would be just fine." And he's like, "Well, because they're shipping me a Volvo, and I have def on this Volvo." And he's like, "Yep, we're putting a 15-minute timer on it. It idles more than 15 minutes to shut yourself down." And I'm like, "Well, can you bump that up to 30? Just because, you know, the winters get pretty cold here.
Yeah.
And I would like to jump in the cab of a warm truck."
Well, as long as your foot's on the throttle, it won't.
You have to sit there and blip it.
You can't just constant.
I
You
can't.
Just,
I
you
can't.
just take a
I-
stick and go.
Yeah, right. Jesus. No, he goes, because what happens is he goes, that whole entire def system, that, you know, once it starts to regen, all of that stuff, it beats to death the internals. Unless they're under a load and
Well, that's the
moving.
problem with the 6.4 is the heat that comes when it does its regen.
Oh, when it blows flames out there?
Yeah, well, it creates heat at the back side of the engine, which knocks out the back part of the head.
Uh-huh. Which, you know, was like something we figured out with Subaru back in the 90s when they made the boxer motors, because they put the heads right above the exhaust. That creates heat, which blows the head gaskets out,
Yeah.
and then the motor goes and just shits out.
Yeah, fucking Subarus.
Yeah. We built the motor mounts for the IDI. Time was way longer than the cost for parts. Well, we built ours too. Like the first ones we did for the Expedition, we couldn't find anybody who had custom built those online at all.
There's still nobody. I mean, that swap is not.
It's not super common.
No.
But the 4-cylinder and the 6-cylinder, it would be the same mount. It would just be in a
6
different location.
6.0 fit in Heritage, though.
It will, with a little bit of customization and cutting out the firewall. Or doing the radiator delete and putting the radiator somewhere else. It would fit.
Yeah. I would get a different body style before going that route.
I would
05, 06 crew cab F-150 or something.
definitely more room. That'd be good with a 6-cylinder in it.
I never see them for sale with blown up engines. Even though the 543V was such a crap motor. I've seen a few here and there, but they're just beat to
They're all work trucks.
My old F-150,
Uh-huh.
Shelby's old white one.
Yeah.
It's all lifted on 35 with black rims and tires.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Like still in good shape?
It's got a big old fluff of paint that fell off the roof.
Of course.
So, it's a clean truck.
Finding the tune is the problem. Can't get a good one.
Huh?
Night Ripper. Finding the tune is the problem. Can't get a good one. I forget what we're tuning.
Yeah.
Can't even buy the program anymore. If you have the program and chip, I'd drive up there tomorrow and pay for the chip.
Or pay you to chip it. For the def delete and all of that
Gotcha.
stuff, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you can find them. You can find the program. Somebody has to have them out there.
I bet somebody would trade one of those chips for a roll of toilet paper right now.
Oh my god. Speaking of that, I hope everybody is staying safe, doing what they need to do. I mean, we literally I don't even want to look.
I owed you $100, remember? We're settled.
Yeah, we're even. All right. Is this 2-ply?
Oh, whoa, that's like 250.
Shit. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, we have, and I don't know how far south you've been, out of Bend, like down towards Sun River, but you know the big sign over the train tracks?
Yeah.
Stay home, save lives. We've got we've got one more that's down on Wilson and 3rd, or Wilson and 9th. We've got signs everywhere.
Yep.
Stay home, stay home.
Radio advertisements.
Well, you're essential.
You know.
I'm essential.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm essential.
I don't
I'm
know.
only essential until they shut that part of the
I'm gonna
business
shut
down.
my business down just as a sheer fact because I don't want to catch this crap.
Well, we already have another guy in your industry who has got it. He is one
That's
of our.
what scared the crap out of me.
Yep, he is one of our cases here.
Another YouTuber is doing a 4BT into a 2015 Mustang. Some people are crazy.
That's kind of dumb.
The first,
It's a truck motor.
true, the first 4BT swap that I saw was in a 240SX, and it was the guy's drift car.
Yeah.
And it put down enough power and torque that, you know, with his gear ratio and having a 5-speed and all of that stuff in that Nissan. I mean, he did really well.
Yeah.
But yes, I wouldn't go that. It's a 6BT? It might be a 6BT that's in a 240.
Why is carpet cleaning essential? You basically fall underneath. We're on the front line of cleaning up.
Where health and human
So,
services
without me,
kind of thing.
You have house. You have said house that you are renting, that you are selling. You just moved out of it. You left all your germs behind. It's got to get all cleaned before the next tenants can go in and occupy that home. Without me, our statute in Oregon is you rent a house before new tenants come in. The carpets have to be professionally done.
Yep.
It's through the property managements. Nobody else can move in. It's Oregon state law
Yep.
that those carpets either have to be A, replaced, or B, professionally cleaned.
Yep.
And when I come in with my cleaning products,
Well,
I'm nuking and sanitizing the carpets because my unit gets 265 degrees. I clean
Yep.
about 245,
yeah.
235 to 245. So it's very essential that if we keep our houses are turning over right now, that the cleaning gets done. You can't
Right.
just move out of a house and then have
You can't slumlord it up.
right.
You know, take
So
your stuff
for-
out and move somebody else.
For the changing of homes to happen, is where I'm essential.
Oh shoot! They were talking about they're putting a 6BT in that Mustang, in that 2015, not a 4BT.
Gotcha.
Which I mean, hell, I'd
right?
I'd like to see it. I'd like to ride in something like that. I would like to ride in something that was 24 valve swap, like what Alex has done to his.
He sold it.
I don't care.
Yeah, but yeah.
Still.
Did you ever get to ride in that truck? Oh god,
I haven't talked to Alex in a long time.
But he's staying the heck home
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
because anyway.
Mm-hmm. Is that a non-AC Bronco?
Yes.
Yep. No air conditioning.
How's cruise control? I could hook it back up. I don't even know if it works or not, but it's a non-AC Bronco.
I bet you the cruise works on this.
It's all there. I just need to. I didn't feel like bolting it to the Holly, so I tucked everything. I had put stuff in a can, the hardware, and I just tucked it up over there for right now.
Sweet steering box, bro.
I know. That would cost a pretty penny or two.
Yeah, no kidding. That redhead.
It was worth every penny.
It way better.
Oh my
way
gosh.
smoother.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I can turn the wheel of my pinky.
yeah, and you didn't have to go to.
Trying to get it bled, was it?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's what you were saying. Yeah. Oh, God, I'm burning up in here. We go turn that damn thing down.
It's finally 7.
I know. I don't even keep my house this hot.
You gotta remember what I was doing for an hour this morning. I was riding a 90.
What?
I was through the cold. I came home, my bones were cold.
Yeah.
And I didn't dress properly because my wife rushed me out of the house. We got to go.
Well, you found them at
Yeah,
least.
good thing they didn't wander halfway to Bend. Damn
Yeah, oh.
kids. Damn kids left the gate open.
I'll tell you. You called me at 7:30, and by 8 o'clock, I was like dressed. Courtney was dressed. The dog was ready.
I
I
was
had
like-
the quad loaded in the back of the pickup. Like I was ready to go.
Yeah. I called Bub because I was like on my way out there going, we don't have a gooseneck hitch right now.
Right.
In anything.
And nothing.
So I came and pulled the trailer to go get the little guy, the big guys. So I'm calling Bob. I'm like, where are you at? Coming home from work. I'm like, did you drive your truck? No. Sweet. Can I borrow it? Possibly.
Oh man.
Well, it's been an hour at least.
Something like that. I have no idea.
This should say. Doesn't say.
No.
Just says
It
live.
just says live.
Well, we'll give it a few more minutes, guys. You guys any more questions? Hit them now.
Oh yeah, we got 3 minutes. 2 minutes till it's been an hour.
Okay.
So.
I think
Yeah.
this was a good little live stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, heck. I enjoy it.
Do you know a good way to hook up a C6 kick down to an AFB carb?
What the hell's an AFB?
AFB is like, I think that's the Carter. I think Carter AFBs. I think so. It's like an
Okay.
Edelbrock. So
Okay.
there's a special bracket you buy to bolt on the side of the carburetor to hook
do the kick
yeah, and I
down.
don't even got it for this. I don't even got the kick down hooked up on this one. I need to find one.
Right.
In fact, I've got one over there.
On the Edelbrock.
If it wasn't such a pain to get to, I'd actually pull that carburetor out and show you guys. But that would.
Where's the back?
I just bolted to the intake manifold. I don't want to scratch the Bronco. I'm trying to get it out of there.
Probably a good idea.
I'd have to back the Bronco out to get it out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've got one over there.
Thanks for the live chat, guys. Good to see you.
It was good to see you also.
Yeah, stay safe. Stay away from people.
Yep. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Try to social distance. I mean, here,
It's hard.
I would say in the next couple of weeks, I'll have my office built inside of my shop.
Yeah.
And so I'll be sitting, I'm going to try to get everything set up the way that I want it in there and then be able to have a secondary camera outside.
Yeah.
And that TV that I have up on the refrigerator?
Yeah.
I'm just going to build a mount, just a solid mount, take that thing off and build a mount to where it's on the face.
Mhm.
So that if you're over and we're doing stuff like this, that we can be out in the shop, still see everything, see what we're, doing, reading comments,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to get with you after that's all done and try to get it to where you and I can basically be in 2 different places,
Yeah.
but doing a live stream at the same time
Gotcha.
on one. So
can't read. I'm too far away.
Prayers to all the first responders and medical providers. Stay safe. Yep, I agree.
I agree. We know a couple.
Yeah. A few people, Nate knows.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah, they've all gotten it. I mean, what is it? El Rancho's
Yeah.
owners both got it.
Yeah.
Our other buddies got it. I mean,
It's
there's
starting to hit home really hard.
yeah. I mean, from what I read yesterday, we jumped up 100 more cases.
In Deschutes County?
No, God, no. I think it was 3 or 4. But as far as the state goes,
They're
we're,
about a week
we're,
behind.
we're over 1,000
Yeah.
known confirmed cases.
And it's supposed to spike this week, next week.
Yeah. Well, they figure that
We
every
need hot.
they figure
They're theorizing
hope.
that if it warmed up, if it got hot outside,
Yeah.
like summer temperatures,
that they won't
it-
be able to live on surfaces.
Yep. Getting the dry, the humidity levels
Yep.
are high, so that's bad.
Yep. All right, guys. Shutting this thing down.
See you later, guys.
Thank you for the conversation
Yep.
and whatnot.
Hope this puts some cheer in your day. See you next time. Hit that subscribe.
I can't figure this damn thing out. Say bye, James.
Toodles.
Toodles.